security testing to get a grasp of what actually is speaking best from this perspective. So there are a few actions, Siva. So this card, I think we should still keep it open till end of this week, and then we can close it based on the confirmation.
So you're waiting for some confirmations from
Yes, confirmation from Christy and the week.
Customer comms.
There's no change on this.
Yeah.
2 weeks. We're not meeting with them for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That will be daily updates on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. The same with SSO also, and partner security assessment looks like it's sorted out today morning. Ben had a meeting. He said he will update the card, but might be he has forgotten.
Yeah. It's not sorted out, but they, Globus has come back with their answers to the questionnaire, which is ahead of time a couple of days, which is great. And now the security guys are reviewing that. It takes them up to a week to come back with an official report, but by the end of the week they will call out. They're going to give it a quick review and call out if they see anything major. So that's sort of where we're at with that.
Thanks, Sandra. That's done, and non-processes I have reached to Shamla and she provided an update. So the next update is on Friday. She is waiting for the inputs from Darla. So this is progressing. And what about this one, Christy?
Do you want me to update Chrissy? Yeah. So I mean,
Sorry, I just had to switch screens to see what it was.
I did actually because I haven't got my glasses on, so I'm busy squinting at the screen at the moment, my little laptop. This is progressing, and I guess what they're looking at is there's a few options around, getting the data updated, getting potentially if we can't get the data updated in time, is there can we take that cohort of SIOs out of the mix, and at the end is there also can we mitigate the risk by getting acceptance, which would be obviously the last choice. So we're working it through, and it's gone up to Honor and Rob are both helping with that because we have escalated that risk. So we'll just give them some time to move it forward. Christy, you were going to send a mail to Muru, I think some sort of response to my email earlier.
Yeah, I did that. So basically just like what you just said, the 3 options: accept the risk, fix the data, or take the customer cohort out that are non-consenting customers out. That's my. I think you said that you thought Will had already had a conversation with James Lincoln. So.
Rob has.
Rob was it? Yeah. Okay. Rob and James would have been peers, I think, reporting into Karen O'Rourke. So I think we're pretty much just waiting to hear back from them, aren't we?
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. It will still be good for you and Maru to come back just to answer my question with those 3 options, and then that would just show that we're all aligned.
Okay, I'll check, but I thought Maru was going to respond back to you. So,
excellent, thank you.
Yeah, but I have given him those 3 documents.
So for now I'll leave it with this week as due date. Let's see by Friday. Maybe it's progressing, so nothing to raise on this at this stage. That's what he said. Next one is elaboration, Priti.
So on the elaboration side, as Peter and Vinanda had highlighted over the call and over the email, that there is some complexity in achieving the tier 2 and tier 3 mappings, which we are having continuous discussions with Murli. Based on that, we are progressing on the elaborations, but that complexity is still there, and we are trying to tackle it. We will give updations based on how we are progressing, or if we are facing any blockers that will affect our timelines, that I will update. As of now, there is a little bit of there will be a little bit of plan, the user stories that will be planned for the next week of the sprint. So we have 20, 30 and 45 that needs to be covered, of which 20 and 30 is still pending, record type 20 and 30. We are taking the 45 into our next sprint, and also some of the IDMS enhancements, not next sprint, next week. And then we are trying to complete, we are trying to progress with the operations over the next week also, so that we can take the 2030 by end of next week and progress towards end of 2103. We are still planning to complete our build by 2103, but each day we are facing many questions, challenges and all. So let's see how it progress, Shiva. Yeah, I'm not able to give a complete issue or a blocker from our side. It's the complexity level that we are dealing with, so that's why the time is also getting a little bit dragged off. But as of now, it is not affecting any of the timelines, but we will keep you posted.
Okay, so just on that one, sorry, I couldn't stay to the end of the meeting earlier. So is it record type 40 that we're working on at the moment? What's the status with that? Because we were expecting elaboration to be complete with that one.
Record type 40 is done, 45 is also done today. Sandra. Yeah, only record type 20 and 30 is pending, which we have the challenge with the tier 2, tier 3 and also the header mappings. Yeah. So as we discussed with Murali, because of the timelines, they are not able to meet all the requirements that we have proposed for them. So that is what we were discussing mainly in today's meeting, what they can do and what has to be changed from our side as well. Even Murali was not able to completely give a picture of what needs to be done, because he also had to look into the code to understand how they are using the dynamic bill literals or whatever the bill literals that Micah is sending. Basically,
yeah. So if we're talking, so I guess just so that you know, and we don't need to go to detail today, like in this meeting on it, but I have actually raised it with Praveen and Caton and Paul to sort of say, looks like there's 4 impacts to Globus, and that we need some sort of official response about how they're resolving those and the timelines associated with that. So I think that's important. We need to make sure that there's an engagement in place, and it's important that we get some official sort of responses so that we can understand what Murali is actually saying, because I'm sort of feeling like there's a lot of chatter, but I'm not seeing any official responses from Globus. So I guess that's the bit that we want to be asking for. So we're talking about full-time requests, whatever it is, but we ask and we get a verbal response and then some sort of high-level whether doability, but we need to sort of start bringing that down and say, well, actually, can you bring that back to us in an official response? This is officially what we're asking for, so what's your response on that?
The changes, like the account number and the invoice number, are probably the highest priority. I know how desirable the dynamic tiering is, until the dynamic logic is built, can we engage someone from C2M to put together a file of offers, and then we need to just maybe focus on maybe, you know, divvy the work up so that we've got usage being addressed and those sorts of things. I don't know. I understand it puts more pressure on this.
I agree. Yeah, no, that's great. And I totally agree with you, Chrissy. That's why it's important that we get back a response to our request of that particular record type and what we're asking them to do. And then from there we can move forward. But I really appreciate with the third, I'll call it third change request. I'm not sure that's really the word for it. But there was a fourth one. Where did we land with that? Because I couldn't hang on the line long enough for that one. What was the fourth one?
Regarding the tier 3, 4, tier 4, could we add that one? Are you mentioning something?
Oh, I thought that was the third one. Okay. What was the third one?
Third might be, well, one of them is a dynamic creation of the tier headings and the mapping. So rather than manage, so basically if a new offer came in that they're not aware of, today you would have to add that to the reference data file. And I think their ask was to make that dynamic so we didn't have to maintain the reference data.
Okay, and then we were having a look at what it might look like in other charges, yeah?
Yeah, basically it would ignore all of our offers and just dump everything together under a usage rules section, which is not great. And I think if we have to, in terms of prioritising time, I understand I would like the deep investment detail there, but I think that's got to be a lower priority than under the regular offers and the standalone and other fee offer structures, you know, that would be more important than adjustments.
Okay,
So I guess off the back of that, you know, let's get some official comms back from Globus on our requests, and then we can work through it. Praveen, I see you're on the call.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on next steps?